Salamat yeah. Hi. I need, you know what I'm worried about? I'm already thinking like, who out there is as captivating as Alip? Because I don't know, we probably only have a couple more weeks of videos from him. And then I guess I could try to do a collabs or something, but I'm a little nervous about that. Anyways, Didi Kempot, Kalung Emas. Let's see what's up. As is normal, I'm a little out of breath. I'm a little worked up. How are you? You good? All right, well shit, yeah. I'm glad you're doing that well. Oh, and thank you for teaching me Api Biru. I do not have an Api Biru back there. I have random, that appears to be, is that Japanese? Japanimations? What do I know? Amerikajan des. Oh, whoa, I got the speed. I was listening to someone talk earlier, so I sped things up. Hold on, let's back up. I love how in the rhythm, in the melody, I guess it's like da 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 do da ba bum da 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 da. There's a little da 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 like all over the place. It's like a thematic, a rhythmic themes conveyed through rhythm. There you go. Minor. So we started off in A major, and we just had a temporary modulation into A minor, the parallel minor key. Parallel is when the initial starting pitch is the same. So you go from A major to A minor, that's a parallel modulation. Or from E major to E minor, parallel. Or G minor to G major, parallel modulations. Like a song for the people. sorry, I'm sweating. That's that parallel modulation again. And we're back to major. Very nice. Very nice. And then with an A dominant 7 blues lick. Because it is an A major, so he bluesed it up with some A dominant 7, which is a major chord with a minor 7. Okay, that was cool. It's one of those awesome things he does where he's taken someone else's song and made it pretty fucking awesome. So what can we talk about? What can we talk about? Let's try to cover a couple things, even some things that I suck at. Let's try to cover some of those. Why not? So the first thing is that little opening. Which string is the shitty one? There we go. So we're starting off with, as if you're playing an A major chord here. 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. But we're playing two of those notes. We're playing the C sharp and the E. We only, the third and the fifth. Now you put the bass note with it. And then you take your fingers and you back up a half step, 1 fret. So 4, 5 to 5, 6. Then you put the bass note with it. Same thing for D. So that's all over the place. Then also, we heard like some diminished run in there. So that is just a diminished arpeggio. 1, 4, 2, 5. It's like a little step ladder. If you watch my hand, it moves up almost like it's walking up steps. I think that's where I went to, is F minor in the song. So anyways, that little lick. Da 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 da. And what else? The tap, which I suck at the tap. Let's back up. So even though I suck at it, I can tell you the basics of it is you don't want to wind up. You don't want to think about launching your hand. What you really want to think about doing is imagine you're turning a doorknob. You can see I'm grabbing the doorknob and I'm turning. Now let's make my hand straight forward and turn. Now bend my pinky, turn, turn, turn. And that's how you want to make the percussion. Turn, tap, tap. You can see as soon as I get finished tapping, my hand is back in position to play notes. I don't ever do this, ever, never. So it's like... Oh, you can't even see it, sorry. So the key is, even though it may look like I'm reaching up and tapping, that's just because of the angle of my wrist. All I'm really doing is rotating. It's a spin. if you attempt to actually smack the guitar, what you're going to find is that you're in no position to play after you hit the guitar. And a lot of times people will pick their hand up before they hit, and now they're late on the hit. So you want to be in time, and the easiest way to do that is keep your hand in playing position and just rotate. You actually can play a note at the same time. The flamenco players do that. I obviously cannot do that. So anyways, that's the only things I can show you in the song that I'm interested in are the slide up into the major chord. Oh, when it went to minor. Major. D major. E. Back to A. You know, about 20% of the time I feel like I'm no help at all. But whatever. It's the law of averages, you know what I mean? I have to make, and this is something you should think about, is that if you don't make a bunch of stuff that sucks, you're not making enough stuff. So just like Alip has some videos that I don't think are amazing, the majority, 80% of his videos, 90% of his videos are amazing, but there's 10% that are kind of like, pretty good. But that's what enables him to have so many great videos, is he just keeps producing. So I try to tell you guitar stuff. Sometimes I think I don't do a good job. Actually, I have to do a bad job some of the times. That's just the law of the numbers. But that's okay. You produce enough stuff, you'll make some stuff, it's like a bell curve. You'll make some stuff that's amazing, some stuff that sucks, and some stuff that's average. Just trust the numbers, put the work in, create the output, and who knows? Maybe one day you will be an Alip, and I'll be staring at you and being like, oh shit, this guy's fucking amazing. Anyhow, you know, I just feel a little... that, whatever that means on my fingers. I feel a little... That's one thing I do 100% on this channel. I don't cut out shit like this. I'll leave it in. If you get to see me at my best, you should also get to see me when I have no idea what the hell's going on and I'm a little nervous. Not nervous. I'm like being overly self-critical. Comes with the territory. In order to brighten your day, let me show you my shirt, which is a cat throwing money in the air. Ooh, cat cooching in the money. Cooching in the money. Coochie, 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 coochie in the money. I'm out.